This is what coming to these remote locations is all about. Stuff like this. Like, to me, this is paradise. Dan, mate, you're missing out, bud. Oh, you are missing out. We're in the middle of nowhere. Just me and Marley boy. Yeah, that looks good up there too. Woo-hoo-hoo! Jackpot, baby! Yeah! Hey Miles, get in. Get in. Good boy. Morning everyone, welcome back to another episode. So you found Marley and I. We're on the Stewart River. We just put the Tinny in, and we're about to explore a new system, which is really cool. Something I absolutely love doing. And have a look how beautiful this is. So we're just about to. I sent the drone up here yesterday. You guys would have seen that in the last episode. So I've got a rough idea of what's around the corner here, and look, there's these little drains everywhere. Oh, I'm absolutely pumped. Might see some crocs. I don't know what to expect. This is really fun. So yeah, around the corner here is the mouth, and the winds feel quite good. Normally this side of Cape York. So we're in Cape York, far north Queensland, and normally this side on the east coast is very windy with southeast winds. But it feels like it's backed out this morning, so I think we're in for a treat. Okay, so the Stewart River is, how far? The Stewart River would be maybe 500 kilometres north of Cairns in far north Queensland. So we're quite remote. There are people around here. I saw a couple of rangers yesterday, and the Lama people. These are their lands. This is their country. So they're spread out through the area back there where I put the boat in. So if anything happens, I suppose I've got a bit of help. But it is just me and Marley. Hey boy. You know, we've normally got Dan with us, but he's not here at the moment. So I'm just going to have to take it pretty easy, be really careful. Oh, look at this, guys. This is what it's all about. Absolutely magic. Now yesterday when I droned this, there were sand flats that you can see here. They came right out. And there was a channel going out. Now that the sand flats are under, it's a bit hard to navigate. So I'm going to have to put the camera down, get my sunnies on so I can see. turn the sounder on and do my best. But welcome to the east coast of Cape York, guys. This is it. Ah, bloody missed that. That was a little crocodile. I saw up in front, I saw something sticking up. Didn't look like a croc. And I was talking to you guys. As I got close, he went under. Oh, how good is this? How good is this? This is the east coast of Cape York at its best. I imagine there's some reefs out the back here that we could fish for trout and whatnot. Got all these snags and mangroves in here that we could fish for barra. But, you know, I didn't know what to expect. So, I've got a jigging rod, Samaki jigging rod, with a 6000 Saragosa on it, ready for reef. I've got a little Shimano Raider with a Shimano Stratic 4000. And I've got a G Loomis with a Shimano Corrado to chase barra as a bait caster. And I'm in about half a metre of water here. I don't know what to do. I might throw a lure on the bait caster and flick these snags over here. But first of all, I'm going to get the HEMA maps out on my phone and work out how far it is down to a little system I saw down the coast there, a little creek, and maybe punch down there while the weather's nice. Have a look around. Absolute paradise, guys. I'm just stoked. You know, you put in the hard yards to get to spots like this all the time on your own. You know, I've been away for quite a while from my family, and it is tough, and it's a bit lonely at times. I'm missing Dan, I'll tell you that much. But you get to spots like this, it's just me and Marley, no one else around, and it's just all worthwhile. And I'm so stoked for YouTube that I can bring you guys here. GoPros and YouTube. Honestly, I couldn't do it without GoPros because I just wouldn't bother with a big camera, and these things are so easy to film on. Alright, I'm going to get some lures in the water, see what I can come up with. We've just been poking around. We went up north just a little way, but the map didn't look that special up there, so it wasn't showing any little creeks, so we thought we'd come down here. Now the tide's still quite low, and yesterday lunchtime or like mid-afternoon was really low, if you guys remember the last episode, so don't want to get caught in here, not be able to get back out. But look at this beautiful little creek. It's already quite shallow, so I'm thinking little kingfisher over in the tree there in that mangrove. He keeps dropping down and obviously trying to catch bait or having a splash in the water. Thinking just have a few quick casts in here and then get out while I can. Looking at it now, I'm thinking there could be worse spots to get stuck, because this is absolutely beautiful. Got a nice little beach here we could pull the boat up onto and go for a walk. But let's not. I hope I don't jinx myself. I still don't want to get stuck in it. I want to spend the day exploring, not stuck in one creek. But yeah, I saw a big muddy hole back there where I put the boat in. So I might have a look around for some muddies later. That'd be a nice dinner. Alright, we're gonna have a fish. Ooh, there's bait shooting out everywhere. Sit down. Looks like a little barra. Look at that, guys. Little juvenile barramundi. So that's a little male. Isn't that beautiful? Only small, but that must have been like my second or third cast. So there's fish in this system. Let's catch a few more, hopefully something a bit bigger. Maybe some mangrove jack. I love catching mangrove jack. I'm gonna put this guy back. Ooh. Now we are in crop country here, so you'll be very careful, especially with marley, near the side of the boat. That tide's dropped about another 100 mils, so I'm gonna have to get out of here. But I just wanna, just looking at the mouth out there, I just wanna poke up here, have a bit of a look. Maybe this afternoon we can come right up and push right up in here. But for now, oh, it looks epic too. I just sent this up into the mangroves there. This little motor, there's something wrong with it. It's the, I'd say it's the carby, it needs a good clean out, because I just spun us around, went to whack it into reverse, and every time I do that it just stalls on me. Yeah, and then because it stalled I just went straight into the mangroves. So sorry about that, I had to jump forward and get the rods out of the way. Alright, let's see if we can get out of here. God, it looks like good mud crab territory. I'm gonna have to go for a walk later. That'd be really cool. Get a muddy for dinner. Yeah, this tide's dropped a fair bit. We're hitting the bottom here, which is not a good thing. And there she goes again. If there are any good outboard mechanics out there who like the show, put a comment below, let me know what you think. So every time I've got to choke it. Oh no, it's shallow. I got to choke it once, one pull, it coughs, and then I take the choke off, one or two pulls and it starts. First shot, like every single time without fail, but every single time without fail it bloody stalls on me in the worst situations when you got to change gear quickly or yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think. Here we go, the wind's come up a bit. It's a shame this tide's dropping. I'd love to fish all this here. So maybe this afternoon, if we don't push up to that freshwater, I think it was Massey Creek or Birthday Creek, we'll come in here for a fish, because this looks epic. Alright, how are we going to navigate out of here? That looks pretty shallow over there. I think I'll go around here. love the light little Tinny for getting out of shallow creeks like that. Some of that must have been, I don't know, like 150 mil deep, and it just, as long as you're not motoring, it just floats over with a bit of momentum. So I'm thinking, just looking at the coastline here, I'm going to pull the HEMA maps back out, and basically down there you're looking towards Lakefield National Park. I mean, it's a long way down, but Princess Charlotte Bay, and then you got epic rivers down there like the Normandy and the Kennedy. Epic barra fishing rivers. But a long way down for this little Tinny, so yeah, I might look at the HEMA maps, see what's just not far down here, have a bit of a poke around and explore, and maybe even go back in that main system and fish around the mouth of that. This wind's going to come up pretty strong soon, and I don't want to bar that. We've hit the jackpot, guys. I don't know, this is about 2 kilometres down the coast. We've got another big river mouth, and these beautiful sand cays. Again, the tide's getting lower here, so I just got to be careful. I thought I could get through here. I got through this little gap just here, but now that I'm in, there's another sandbar in my way, so I'm going to go back out and around. How stunning is this? This is paradise. The palm trees on the beach. Oh, just epic. I should come back here with the hammock and camp up in the trees up there. This is what coming to these remote locations is all about. Stuff like this. Like, to me, this is paradise. And it's just me and Marley, not a soul around. We got good fishing. We should be camping up here in the trees. We should have thrown the camp gear in the Tinny. Could probably still do that. I'd love to bring Dan back here. Dan, mate, you're missing out, bud. Oh, you are missing out. I'm going to fish off here. I reckon there's going to be heaps of water moving through here soon with the tide. Oh, this is where I just tried to come through. There's a bit of rock in there. I hit a little rock. But yeah, you can see the sandbar through here. Bloody hell. This is just, I'm lost for words. I just love spots like this. We went to a spot in the Cape York once, my wife and I and my little boy. And we hired a boat and we shot out a couple of miles to this island, not much bigger than this, but it was all shell, and it was like this, you know, this sort of height from the water. And then we were just playing around, having a swim. I think we got back in the boat and poked around the island a bit, came back to the same spot, and the tide had dropped about 6 meters, and it was just like this little mountain of shell sticking out of the ocean. But not so different to this in a sense that there's not another soul around. We're in the middle of nowhere. Just me and Marley boy. Yeah, that looks good up there too. Woo-hoo-hoo! Jackpot, baby! Yes! Alright, I'm going fishing. I'm pumped. What a beautiful system. It's really clean, which is, yeah, like clean, like white sands and quite not clear water, but nice and green. A lot of the rivers in the Gulf on the west coast are very muddy, and so are some of them on the east coast, but this is just beautiful. I reckon it looks like good jack country, which is exciting. Really shallow. Oh, how good do those mangroves look? But again, oh, it's really shallow. We're gonna have to come back on a bigger tide and fish the mouth here. At least this one, it looks like we can, you know, even if the tide drops right out, I'll still be able to get out of here. So, I'm gonna plonk here and have a bit of a flick. It's too shallow here, so I'm going to go roll in on the other side. See if we can find a snag in the deeper water. Birds that just flew over. They're pied imperial pigeons, and they're actually from up on the islands and Papua New Guinea up that way. And each year, getting close to the wet season, they migrate down to northern Australia, being Cape York. And then after the wet, they're gone again. Get back. Alright, get back. So I just changed the popper over to a soft plastic. It's a thready buster or a Trans Am, they're called. First cast. Marley back. Marley back. Look at that. Back moss. And that is a healthy looking fish. Nice little barra. First cast on a, what brand is that? I think it's a Trans Am. There you go. Put him back. Back. That's it there. So they're weighted at the front, so they sink down really quick and then they vibrate back up. And they work a treat in the deeper water anyway. I'm really worried about Marley hanging his head over the side of the boat and the crop coming up, grabbing him. I'm trying to keep him. Sit down in one spot. Stay. Go and sit down. Go and sit down. So they normally hit on the drop. So as your lures sort of, oh, here we go. Oh, I dropped it. See, as I was talking, my lure would obviously be sinking. And that's when barra like to hit. Obviously looks like an injured fish, you know, like a dead mullet. Just carked it, sinking to the bottom. These guys are down pretty deep. Back. Starting to get really hot, and Marley's panting his little heart out. He gets so excited when I fish. So I'm probably going to have to get out to the mouth and find somewhere safe to throw him in the water. Cool him off. There that was. Yeah, cool him off and then we'll be good to go again. But the tide, oh look at that little drain in there. The tide seems to have stopped moving. So I need to find somewhere with a bit of movement in the water. Fishing will be much better. How's that, mate? Is that a bit better? Just threw a bucket of water over Miles because I got to a good looking snag, and I'd like to spend half an hour here fishing this. Look at this, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This looks good. Got to catch a fish out of here. Well, amazingly, not a single fish came off those snags there, which is really weird. There's so much bait on it. Big mullet, huge big mullet. So it's a very healthy little system, this, but fish do that when they're, depending on the tide, the current, they will just stop. And the current, I've noticed, has just started to move in this system. It's starting to move back out, whereas further up the coast in that last little system it was already running out. So could have something to do with that, so I'm just going to poke up the creek, have a look around, and wait for a bit of movement, and then keep fishing. Let's see what we can find. Oh my gosh, how good does this look? Look at all these snags here. And it's on a nice deep corner too. So you see, normally the outside bend in a river, being this one on the right, is the deep one. The inside bend is shallow. And look, there's like rocks there, and this looks great. We might just play around. Oh, a little drain there. We might just play around until the water starts moving through here a bit harder, and then start fishing it. I'm going to try and look for somewhere to pull up and make a coffee. Well, yeah, it's going to be shallower up here. Yeah, make a coffee while we wait for this tide to move. I just had a barra come up and hit it, and I missed, and then I let it just come back up, and he came up again and pulled it away from him. Let's lift this up a bit. So what I'm doing here, the tide's coming out, and basically there's a snag that comes out from this little drain, and it's just below the surface. So I'm casting over it and bringing my lure back over the top with the tide. Basically it looks like an injured mullet coming back out with the tide. The barra will be sitting on this side, just behind that snag, and they're just picking off everything that comes over the top. Well, I missed my opportunity back there, so I'm going to move on. I had two good fish come up as I bounced my lure over that snag with the tide, and I saw it. You know, if you wear good polarized sunnies, that's the best thing about this shallow water fishing, like with these little lures like this that are shallow divers. That's a Leeds hijacker, that one. you can basically see it all. It's all visual. It's so fun. And I actually pulled the lure away from the fish. You know, I thought I had them on because they come up and they got their nose right on it, and sometimes you just don't quite feel it if they're not hitting hard. And anyway, I pulled the lure away, and I think I've spooked them now, so I'm going to move up here a bit. The tide's moving, the bait are moving, so it's starting to look a bit better. Well, we just pulled up at this little sand cave, super shallow, getting out. Basically just the motor was just clicking and grinding over the sand on the way out, so we came out at a good time. Marley's absolutely cooked, so what's your boy? So yeah, we're just gonna have a quick cool off. I just found a local indigenous fella over here from the Llama Llama people. He's spearing muddies. I just want to get a good muddy, and I'm gonna head over to these rocks over here and hopefully get a quick feed of oysters, which would be nice. I'll have to start a fire somewhere because I'm not really, I mean, I don't have to, but not a big fan of just slurping them down. So yeah, cook up some oysters. This wind's starting to pump, so then we're going to have to start heading back up the coast towards the Stewart River into the calm protection of that bay. But yeah, I need to cool off. Starting to get a bit of a headache. It's stinking hot up here. So this time of year up here, everything is trying to kill you. There's obviously saltwater crocodiles, and this time of year the box jellyfish are just starting to come out and about, but you can see them. They've got huge tentacles. They're like up to sort of 2 meters, so 1.5 to 2 meters I think, so you just got to be careful. You've got to be real careful, so just quick in and out, have a good look before you jump in. Crocodiles here, we're pretty safe, like it's super shallow and pretty clear, so I can see everything. But yeah, the boxies, they're a worry because I'm a long way from help if you get stung. Alright, let's go get some oysters. Up, come on boy. Good boy, Miles. Go find some lunch, mate.